Okay, and we're live once again, and we'll be right back. We're going to be back in just a few minutes, 2 minutes, because we're getting started. 2 more minutes, we're going to be playing some wild chess here on the Stineitch channel. And for those of you who've never been on my channel before, we like to play Carokan, and we love to play another one too. It's called the King's Gambit. And we generally play those two, and it's a lot of fun. And it won't be long now. We'll be getting into it. Just bear with me here. We got just a couple of more technical details because we're doing the mind monitor today. Mind monitor, if you don't know, it shows all of my brainwaves in real time. So it's quite cool, extremely interesting. And we're just about ready to go. Let's go on to gameplay now. And there you see Lichess. We're going to be playing Lichess. And there's my brainwaves right there. You can see them. That's in real time. Delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma. They're all right there. Hopefully we'll be getting into what we call the chess singularity. It'd be really nice if we can get into the chess singularity tonight. Having a little bit of a problem here with my brain connection, but it's okay. It's got most of the waves there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start playing, shall we? And see what we can do. So without any more ado, I'm going to head on over here to Lichess, click 5+0. And we'll see if we get into the chess singularity. For those of you that don't know what the chess singularity is, if we get into it, when we get into it, we're unbeatable. You just can't beat a person who's in a chess singularity. It's theoretically even impossible. So this is a tough one. We're doing a modified Carokan here. Carokan usually has his pawn to king 4, but he didn't cooperate with that. But that's okay. We're just modifying it. So this is the Carokan. If you like to play if you like to play chess, if you like to play Carokan, you came to the right place. We're doing okay. I think this opening is moving along at a pretty good rate. I'm going to bring the rook over here so that I can bring this bishop back and then the queen up. Oh, you see that pawn? Well, I can just take him. But you got to be careful that pawn advancing so it doesn't fork these two. Okay, I can already bring this back, and luckily the knight's here to counteract against that. What I want to do very soon is swing this bishop up to here, the queen over to here, and try to get a mating attack right there. He didn't allow that, but we'll still have, I'm going to still swing the queen over here. This is actually good because he thinks I'm protecting this pawn. He might not see the mating attack coming. I got to figure out a way to dislodge this knight. And I can do that with the pawn if he's not really careful right now. See, my king is pretty much protected. I'm just going to move the pawn up because he might not see it. And if I attack that knight, this is pretty good. I attacked his rook, and one more move with the pawn, I attack his knight. I think he's going to have to defend that rook. Probably he's going to bring it over here. Then I attack the knight. And I think I don't know if I'm going to win that knight or what, but if he moves the knight, I'm going to come down here, check with the queen. So there I win the knight. Because when he moves the king, I can just take the knight. I could, why not? Move his king, disrupting his rook. I don't know if that was a good move or not. Now his king can get over to the other side faster. But if his king does move, I'll take this pawn. Not sure if this is appropriate, but we'll see. And now what should I do? Come over with the rook, I guess. Are you checking out the brainwaves? Do the brainwaves look okay? We have an extra piece, by the way, so that's good. I think I'm going to come down here with the queen. Now, if I move the queen over one more, I get this pawn and put him in a really serious check. Really, really, really serious check. Okay, now I can pin his king against his queen with the rook, you see, with the rook here. Doom. He moved it out of the way. I don't know, maybe just put him in check with the queen. Okay, now I need to be careful I don't lose my queen or something. It would be like what I normally do. At this point, I'm ahead by time, and I'm actually ahead in other ways too. So if I don't really screw this up big time, okay, I'm going to move this up to here because you see he can't take this pawn with his rook. I got that pawn. Oh, he took that. Crap. Didn't even see that bishop was. See, that's what happens. Oh, man. But anyway, I still have a winning game here. I just lost a bishop, but hopefully I can still pull this out. I'm still ahead by time. I got a million extra pawns over there. If I'm not really, really, really nuts here. No, I got to make sure that I don't just... Why don't I just trade down and move those pawns up before I get into ridiculous trouble here. Okay, I got a minute 53 to his a minute to 41. This is just like a easy, should be an easy end game. Although with me, you never know. Could screw this up royally. I would like to put him in check. I'm going to have to move my king up to protect these pawns. I'm just checking before I move my king to make sure he can't put me into any kind of weird checks or something. Okay, now if I move this here, he can't check me again. I would like to be able to check his king and his queen somehow at the same time. I think he kind of forgot about his queen there. Okay, so I don't know if that was a singularity, but look at those brainwaves. Did you see those? They look, they got really active there for a second. I don't think I felt like I was in the singularity there. We'll have to analyze the brainwaves later to see if I was. But actually, that was pretty fun. I don't know if you feel like doing the postmortem. Could be interesting. One of the best ways to learn how to play chess is do some postmortem. So to do that, we go to the analysis board. It's called request a computer analysis, and let's see what we get here in terms of this analysis. We made a mistake right there. You can see that white had a chance, but blundered and missed it. And then we were really in the gray area after that. You can see my statistics: 1 blunder, 1 mistake, 5 inaccuracies. And white had 3 blunders, so that's what we call justice. Justice was served. Lady Justice. If you know anything about Greek theology, the Titan Themis was in charge of justice. 3 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 3 blunders. Okay, so let's do the blow by blow. Move this up now so we can see, start from the beginning. Let's just see how, I call this a Carokan. It's obviously a very modified Carokan. I'm doing lots of inaccuracies here because, I don't know, inaccuracies are okay in the beginning of the game, I guess. They're just inaccuracies. It's not like they're mistakes or something. No, I should have taken that pawn. Normally I do with this. You could call this a opening system. But I think it was James Mason who said that when the bishop, after the bishop moves and this pawn is here, you should always take it, because then he retakes with the bishop and you kind of gain one move. It's called a tempo, and the bishop is just sitting here, blocked against these pawns. So I should have taken that pawn, but okay. Missed that, but because I guess I was thinking about other things. He took. They keep telling me to trade off this bishop. I really don't like to trade off the bishop, bring the queen to the center, but there, I did the right thing there finally. Oh, wait, I'm just going to go back there. Oh, they're saying I should take the knight. I'd move back, okay. Take the knight, take the bishop. Okay, and right up here, we're at 0-0. That's quite interesting, isn't it? You can see we're at a completely even game here, so we're doing okay. Still at 0-0. At this point, the king can go up to swing a rook over to here. Would be pretty good move, I think. But I moved the pawn up, and look, it's like a million question marks, because I was just thinking, we're playing a fast game, and the person is not. It's not like this person is rated a million or something. Still 0-0, and I think he makes a mistake right around here. Yeah, see, minus 2.5, which is almost a knight, which, they say I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's because he has this excellent move here. But he didn't see that. So now he's at minus 5.1. Now I should have taken the knight, but look, it didn't change. It's still minus 5.1. Okay, so then I take the knight. In retrospect, I would have preferred taking the knight and leaving his king here, because I could have taken the knight and reserved the option to come back here. Okay, I put him in check, minus 5.5. We're at 6.1. I missed a few points there. I dropped 2 points, in fact. Not too cool. I start screwing up big time here in a lot of ways. Oh, and I was thinking I should have done this. If I look, it was kind of dumb. I want to bring the queen closer to the king. I should have taken this pawn because my plan was to put him in check, take this pawn, and then take this pawn. But if I take this pawn, I'm already threatening a million things here. So I should have taken that pawn. Look, I was at minus 13.4. And by moving down there, I dropped one half. One half. I hope you're enjoying this post-mortem. I certainly am. You see, I'm making a million mistakes here. I tend to do that because now we're at minus 9.6 and minus 8.4. I come there. Now after I came here with my rook, my bishop is in trouble. I didn't even think about that. I'm still at minus 6.6 though, which minus means black is winning. I say minus like I'm losing, but minus means that I'm actually winning. Okay, that's interesting. Remember, during the game I deliberated if I should take that rook or not, and I said, well, okay, yeah, let's just simplify. I got a queen against queen and all of these pawns, and I had a good time on the clock. So, and then you kind of remember how the game went after that. It was kind of an easy end game, like still staying at minus 6.5, minus 6 the whole time. And then he resigned. That was great. I enjoyed that a lot. Go ahead and jump into the chat whenever you feel like it, because we might get into the singularity here. If you can check the brainwaves there and see if we're going to do it. Well, obviously, we don't have any gimmicks tonight either. You know, in my original program for a long time, I had like a lot of gimmicks. I hired an internet consultant to help me gain followers so I can finally get into the exclusive Twitch. They call it the associate realm. And to do that, I need 50 followers, and I need to have like 3 consistent listeners and a couple of other requirements. And if I can do that, it's going to be great for me because I'm going to be able to finally become a little more financially independent, because right now it's a chance. It's not even for sure if I'm going to pay my internet thing for next month, but well, we'll see how it goes. We'll play this as long as we can. So if you want to jump in the chat, just jump in. And, I always respond to the chat when I see it. So let's go ahead and do one more game here. We're going to go play. Okay, create a game. For those of you who have never done lead chess before, it's a great interface, completely free. If you happen to have the financial resources, you can donate and fund it, which I obviously will be doing very soon, as soon as I get my associate status. Okay, here we go. We got white, and we're going to play King's Gambit, shall we? What do you say about this? King's Gambit coming up strong. No, he's not cooperating very much because the King's Gambit is supposed to look a little bit different. But we're going to do our best to transpose into it. Just keep transposing. We don't have to worry about that queen check. I'm going to get one more pawn up here in the center. Now, when he does that, I never know exactly what to do, but I think I'm going to protect the pawn to queen so I can bring this pawn up. I think that's the way to do it. I actually don't know. Now, when they put the question to the bishop like that, you have a couple of choices. I think this time I'm going to bring him here instead of trading off on that knight so that the bishop comes down on this angle. Now you can already see some options. If I bring this pawn here, he takes, I take there. Okay, that's different. I don't see that very often. Okay, I'm going to open with this pawn because it's always good to get this rook file open in the King's Gambit, which we're playing, by the way. I know it doesn't seem like it, but that's what this game is. I don't want him to take that pawn, so I'm not going to waste time on the clock. I'm just going to advance that. Okay, open the rook file finally. That pawn is innocuous. Wow, I can move that knight out of there, but I'll lose that pawn. Would that be worth the sacrifice? Then I bring the queen over here. No, I don't know, but how can I remove this pawn? So this is tough. This is a tough one. I really don't know what to do here. Maybe protect the pawn with this temporarily. Yeah, I think so. And then I can dislodge the knight. Okay, so he's got some plans there. I would like to make that pawn that it can't move, but I can't, so I have to bring the king into the corner. Okay, that queen is pretty innocuous there. I can get rid of that knight now. He'll go back to there, threatening this, which is okay. Okay, I think we got things under control. And then I can block that pawn. This pawn I'm talking about. Okay, now this is crucial right here. He's going to bring the knight up to here, which is really buttressed. I think I should already block the pawn so that when he brings the knight up there, he can't. Yeah, this is good. Okay, I can threaten checkmate, but he'll threaten me here. It's better if I just... He can't do anything with his knight. So I'm going to lift a rook here. And he's going to win my rook. No, but it's going to be... It's not just so as serious as it looks. He's going to win the rook. But because I've got him completely blocked off here, I think I'm going to be okay. I can take with the knight or the pawn. I'm going to take with the knight because the knight comes up here on all of these white squares. Okay, I want to try this and see what happens. I really can't see this really clearly, and I should not be playing without seeing things clearly. But see, if he takes here, I can see that this is going to come down here, checkmate. And then what can I do? I guess I'll have to move this pawn up so that he can't come down to this queen and then develop this bishop. I'm glad I got this pawn blocked still. Let's see what's going to happen here. Well, that's interesting. If I come down here, check, but then I just bring him back out. I could take him. I think I'm going to take him because I got to get some more pieces into play, and I don't see what that pawn's going to be doing anything. Now I'm going to protect this pawn against attack. I didn't want his queen coming down here. It would have been pretty horrendous. I still have this checkmate threatened, so he still can't take my knight. I would like to get my bishop into play. Now I no longer have that, so I got to get my knight out of there. He's going to have to come back to here, I guess. What else? What else can I do? Here, he's more centralized and he can guard this pawn. I've got 1:29 compared to 3:17. It'll be amazing if I can pull this off. It's a tough game. Really don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm just going to keep playing kind of fast. I've got this bishop here against the advance of the pawn. The next move is going to be very important. I got the knight here too against, this bishop coming down. It's probably a continuation where he can bring this down and sacrifice. Yeah, he saw it. But I can do it. The queen is protecting this. And I can come over there. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if that was even necessary. It's just that I'm playing so fast right now. Um, oh, that was nice. I didn't even see that coming. I just, with 58 seconds on the clock, I just got a pin on his queen. That's called a pin. You see, he can't move his queen because his queen is in the direct line with the. So now I got queen and rook against rook and very advanced pawn. I got to get rid of this pawn. I'm going to get rid of him immediately. Sacrifice rook for an advanced pawn, and now I'm going to centralize that queen and protect the two pawns until I can figure out what I'm going to do here. He resigned. All right. Oh, look at, every time something like that happens, those brainwaves go up. I don't understand what it is about brainwaves, why they tend to go up when you're happy, but it's cool. And then if you ever notice, they cycle back down again because I guess that's a kind of a constant in brain science, or what they call, there's a name for that, neuroscience, where when your brain activity is really high for a bit, it's going to have to compensate and go back down low. This is like the conservation principle in physics, or every kind of a cycle in life. When things go up, then they're going to go back down, but that's good because when they're down, they're going to go up. It's like the economy cycles up and down. So when the economy is down, it's going to go up. So if you're at a down point in your life right now, be happy about that because you're going to be moving up very soon. So that was great. That was a nice game. We're doing okay. We got lots of viewers today. Just go ahead and jump in on the chat as soon as you can, because I'm always paying a lot of attention to that. I mean, not exactly during the middle of the gameplay because it's kind of hard, but we have won a couple of games here tonight. We were actually kind of lucky on that last game that Black decided to resign. It was actually a logical choice in a sense because we had a centralized queen. It's hard to attack a queen or the rook because the queen moves like a rook. So it's the moment the rook attacks the queen, the queen takes the rook. We were going to move these pawns up. I was actually going to centralize my king too before. But you see, the thing was, I only had 44 seconds. So I don't know if it was me playing at that point and my opponent had 44 seconds and I had 2 minutes and 16 and I was a rook. I would probably try to do something. I would have probably tried to centralize my king or something. I don't know. But I wouldn't have just given up because I'm a kind of a jerk. Oh, look at my delta. Is that the delta, that red one? Yeah, delta went way up. For some reason, when I was considering that I was a jerk. Oh, there, I said jerk and it went way up again. So I don't know about these brain waves. If anyone's a neuroscientist, please interact with me on the YouTube, because there's a place there on the YouTube, you can put your comments and everything, and all of these videos go onto YouTube the next day. So let's go ahead and do the post-mortem on that. That was a worthwhile game. Every game is worthwhile. Every game is worthwhile. If you lose, it's great because your opponent won. You made your opponent happy, and it's also great because hopefully you learn something. You don't always learn something, but if you do learn something, it's really awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do this post-mortem. Wow, look at the up and down, up and down, up and down. That means there was a lot of blunders. Look at this. 5 blunders on my side, 4 blunders. 3, 2, 6. I don't know if justice was served there or not because I had more blunders than my opponent. but maybe my blunders were a little bit less than his or hers. Nowadays, with all this, with the new gender theory and everything, which, by the way, I subscribe to completely. I'm not one of these anti-woke people. I always think that in fact, it's better to be awake than asleep. And yeah, I'm still assimilating all this stuff, but you don't really know by the name anyway. Like that name right there, um, Alex Sonovic, probably from Russia or something, and you really don't know if that's what gender that is. But like, even if it ended with an A or something, you don't know. It doesn't really matter anyway, because with the new gender theory, you don't even have two genders. You have like, I think you have 36 now at last count. So it doesn't really matter if I say him or her. I tend to say they nowadays. I tend to say they because it's a lot more politically correct. And also, I tend to be a nice guy. And if somebody's having problems, or if they're challenged with gender or anything, I figure they've had enough problems in life already, and I'm just going to be nice and call them how they want to be called, because do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. That's some kind of a golden principle from some sort of religion. I don't know, but they're called the golden rule. If you subscribe to that golden rule, think about how you would feel if you had, if you felt you were in a body that was not exactly fitting with your identity. And I shouldn't quote, that, because it is your identity. It's hard. You have one life to live. You got to find your way forward. And that's hard. That's a big challenge. And it's not up to some MAGA jerk to come along and say, "Well, I'm not going to call you how you want to be called. They say all this stuff, but just be nice. That's the bottom line. Be nice and treat others how you would like to be treated if you were in the same situation. So let's go ahead and take a look at this game. I'm going to click through it. There we go. Okay, this is actually called a Sicilian defense. And for those of you who don't know what that means, is Sicily is a place near Italy, and it's an island. And this is kind of like an island that they stick out there. They're basically just trying to prevent pawn to queen 4, because if you put pawn to queen 4, you have these two pawns, and that's like really awesome. If you play like I play, like that could completely disappear really quick, but they put that out there so you can't, move that pawn up. And okay, so I'm playing the King's Gambit because the King's Gambit always plays the pawn up here. I call it the King's Gambit. Really, it's only the King's Gambit when this pawn is up. But you see, I'm moving always to modify them and transpose into a King's Gambit later, which I don't know if I do in this case, but we'll continue through the postmortem and see. I'm striving for the King's Gambit in any case. That was interesting. They say I should move that up. I never do that because I feel it weakens this diagonal against my king and everything. And I don't know, I don't like to deal with that. So I generally don't do that. I come out there with the bishop, and probably that's why I'm still rated less than 2,000, because I don't do the right moves. But we have fun. That's the main thing. Okay, now I'm already castled. I still got the pin on the knight. And I'm thinking about moving that pawn, this pawn up, so I buttress him there, because like I said, I don't like to weaken that diagonal, but after this pawn is here, then you're okay. I moved the queen there to protect this pawn because his knight was there. And it's telling me to take this knight. I don't know why it's telling me to do that. It supposedly knows a lot. So, I'm doing everything wrong here, but I'm still down less than a pawn, and we'll see when I start to go up here a little bit. Was that a good move? I was questioning whether I should move that pawn up. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're saying, look, that pawn should go up there at that point. So I played that one right. And I played that one right. Okay. I remember why I did that. I wanted to protect this pawn against the knight and then move that pawn up. He could have come out here with his knight, with his bishop, but he didn't do that. And then I brought the king over, brought the queen up. I don't know when I started to win this game. I guess right there. Look, I suddenly went up 2.4 because he moved his knight there. And I didn't capitalize that. And I'm down to 1 again. I mean, that's how chess is. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a bad player, but okay, let's minus 2.1 now. Like black is ahead. I hope you guys love chess. I mean, I really do, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun if you win or you lose. I kind of hope, if anything, if my channel can convey anything at all, it has to do with whether or not you. Oh, that would have been a good move. I don't know why I didn't do that. Why did I bring my queen over here? I should have brought the queen. Well, I don't know. What I did was not too bad either. He's still up, up, up really high. He's up minus 3.6, which means he's more than a piece ahead of me right now. Now it's even again. Now he's up again. Now, all these blunders on both sides. Oh, that's where he really blundered. That's why he lost. He had 4 blunders. I had 5 blunders. Remember? But when you blunder a queen like that against a piece, that's pretty bad. What? I didn't see that? Give me a break. Wait a second. I thought I saw that. I moved over there. I still didn't see it. He didn't see it either. You can kind of see how bad we both are. I took the rook and then I go, oh, look, I got the, I got the, I didn't even say it yet. Oh, man. And then I go, okay, I got it. Such a smart player. And now I'm ahead by 5.3. So, I had that move a million times and didn't see it. Oh, wait, let me see if I did that correctly. No, it said I should force the bishop out. Oh, if I had moved this pawn up, he could have. Well, yeah, I could have taken the pawn without exchanging my rook, basically, because I'll just show you. If I brought this up, he could have brought the thing here, for example, to stay on the rook, but to stay on the pawn. But if I move up here, then he's got to move away. He gets a pawn, and I got a lot of attacking possibilities. Plus, I get the pawn free without exchanging for the bishop. So, I lost 3 points by just simply, like, in that position. You remember during the game, I said, "Oh, I'm just going to take this pawn." And that's what I did. I just took the pawn. I exchanged a rook against an advanced pawn and a bishop, and now I'm playing a queen against a rook. So basically, the one game. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did. I hope you did. Would like to play just one more, if you don't mind. If you still have time, stick around because I'm going to take like a short break, 15 seconds. Well, a little bit more, but we'll say it's 15 seconds, and I'll be back in. Let me see. How's that? Be right back. Yeah, you can look at my mugshot there. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a pizza. Hold on a second. There's a guy at the door. Hello. Pizza. Oh, yeah, for sure. Here. Go ahead and take the tip. No, it's okay. $50. I mean, it's like my last $50 in life, but it's for karma, man. Take the 50, have a good life. Thanks for the pizza. May the universe be good to you too. Okay. See you later. Okay, bye bye. There, I'm back. It was just a pizza thing. Let me go back here now. Let's play one more game. And let's do it. Okay, we're back. And it's time to play some more chess. So we'll go back to Stineitch. And go over here to play. Create a game. This is going to be great. I'm just hoping, we win this game because, yeah, it doesn't really matter though. I mean, the important thing is, okay, we get a chance to do the Carokan, the actual Carokan. This is the real Carokan. Okay, now watch this, how it works. This is a lot of fun. If you want to learn the Carokan, you're in the same place. You're in the right place because I play the Carokan every time. Doesn't matter what they play. Could be pawn to king 4, pawn to queen 4. They play the grub attack or whatever. I just do Carokan, and it works pretty darn good for me. Carokan is a wonderful, wonderful. A lot of people call it defense. I like to call it an attack because it's just so strong. It's like incredibly strong. Now, if they advance with the pawn up here, just bring the knight back there. Okay, now in this case, before you castle, I don't know if I'm just playing against weak players because of my level, but I have found that I could castle queenside here. I never do that though. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to bring the bishop here and then the queen here and try to get a check in and see if I can do this. If I can't, well, we'll say I could. Like it's it's the beginning of the game, and there might not be. He might be thinking about this side over here. He just advances his pawn. Well, I don't know. This might phase him a little bit. At least I got his king out there a little bit. I don't know. Chess is very psychological. I don't have the bishop protecting that pawn anymore, so I should just exchange that pawn. Now, if this pawn advances up, the knight comes up to here. This is not exactly a crucial move, but I might keep my king in the center. Or bring him over here later, but... Okay, I'll bring my queen back out. And getting some attacks on this pawn. He can't move either of his knights now because the pawn will fall. And if he advances his pawn, I'll have 3 things on the pawn. Yeah, he saw I was trying to come up here. But I can still do that. I'm just going to play fast and see what happens. This will be interesting. If he brings this pawn here, I can take this pawn, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to come up there and see what happens. I'm going to take with that pawn and see what happens. I don't know. I just completely playing, by the seat of my pants here. I really don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. He looks really strong over here with these advances and everything. Now, I said I was going to bring this knight up to here, so why don't I just do it? Sometimes you just got to play fast. I already had that plan in mind, so I'm just going to do it. Now these pawns look more separated. They don't look quite so ominous as they once did. I think I'll be able to castle on that side. And hopefully bring the rook over here. Okay, I can bring the knight here or there. Thinking that's the strongest thing to keep attacks from coming down this file. This pawn I can still protect by bringing this pawn up. And I'm going to castle. See, that's what I was planning to do. I don't think I'm weak on these black squares because how can the queen attack into there? And I'm going to, this might be my mistake of the game because, well, he's going to advance his pawn up. But I'm just going to do it. You know, it's like, what am I going to do now? This is a pretty. He's going to bring this pawn up. I don't care. I'm just going to. You can't screw around on these games. I could get an attack on here. I got my rook over here. I'm going to bring my queen over, attack this pawn. And just go for it. We'll see what happens here. If I win this, it'll put me above. I don't like to talk about scores, though. Let me see. What can I do? He really stymied me right there. I just don't want to waste time. You know, sometimes you're in a kind of a, what they call a zugzwing. Nobody can move any direction. I'm going to have to, I see what he's going to do. He's going to bring his knight up into here, which will be pretty strong. But at least I can force him out now with my, you see what he's doing? He's really screwing me up big time. I don't have a lot of choices here. I'm just going to have to centralize more, I guess. If I can, a minute 46 at 2:05. The only thing I can do is hopefully in the end game he has less of acumen for moving fast in the end game. It's the only thing I can hope for because this is kind of like a lost game. I can move this pawn up. If he takes it, I'll have a check on his king. If he doesn't take it, I don't know what I can do. But you see, he's taking a little bit more time. I did win a little bit of time on the clock there. I'm going to take it and move my king up and then try to get my rook over to this side. Well, that was not too cool. I think I have kind of like lost this game. Because his bishop is in big trouble. The only thing I can do is move the bishop out. Again, this is it's going to boil down to time. I think he's got a one game here. Only if he makes a blunder. And that doesn't look like a blunder. But I can stop that pawn from advancing by bringing this pawn down here. What can I do now? Anything? Nothing? I don't know. It's going to keep moving that pawn down until I don't have anything more to do. I don't have a lot of choices here. Just gonna pray. But then he's gonna bring this pawn down. I'm getting a little bit sad here. Let's look at my brainwaves. I guess I'm a sadomasochist because my delta just went way up. I'm gonna resign. It's the honorary thing to do. I only got 12 seconds and 48 seconds. I mean, I could have kept playing to see if his modem broke or something, but it's like the modems don't break as much as they used to. They used to break like all the time. You could just break a million modems a night, but nowadays they don't break. Back in the day, the modems used to break, but not now. Okay, let's play one more. I would have liked to have won that game, but we'll just try one more. Okay, this is one of my weird. It's a kind of a. This is a King's Gambit. I always play the King's Gambit, and it's a modified King's Gambit. Don't really take me too literally on that because I'm trying to transpose into a King's Gambit. This pawn up here, you normally move in a slightly different configuration for the King's Gambit, but I'm still hoping to transpose. If I do something smart here, I think that this looks like the knight here and here looks pretty good. Now I got to. I actually have a chance right now to advance this pawn up into here and open this rook file and get some kind of a mating attack. And I'm going to go ahead and do it because he's very underdeveloped right now. He should have developed a lot more by now. That's a kind of a big mistake. His bishop is hemmed in. I got these pawns. I mean, they're a little bit far away from his king, but I don't know. If I was a good player, I think I have a strong position. We'll look at the postmortem. Now, you see, if I take there, he kind of like equalizes by bringing the knight over there. I think I prefer to come up here. If he takes there now, I put the king in mortal danger. And if he doesn't take, if he takes here, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. If he takes here, I can take here or there. If I take there, he just comes over with his rook and kind of like equalizes. So I'm going to go there and see what happens. Chess is a lot about just seeing what happens. Just opening lines right now, and I think the way to open lines is to bring that up there. I think he should have taken with his bishop so he could retake with the knight. Okay, I can trade a knight. I think I should do that. I think it's time to go for the exchange. Now, I might be wrong about this. He probably should bring his rook over. I thought he would do that. I'm going to bring my queen back here, protecting this pawn. And right now, it's a crucial move for both of us. I think I have an attack on this pawn by bringing my rook over here. The only advantage I have is this king is a little bit more in the center. And that could be okay for me. And he can't really protect this pawn very much with his rook because I got the pawn here and I got the bishop here. If I attack this pawn, he can take this pawn. But then I bring the rook over here and have a pretty strong attack on his king. I think that's what he's thinking about right now. I can't take this pawn because he just retakes with the queen. But I think my moves right now, I have to plan my next move. So I'll move here. But if he takes this pawn, I'll move here. That was different. Okay, I'm going to keep protecting this pawn, and I keep his bishop. I protect this pawn against the rook, and I keep his bishop from moving, because if he moves his bishop, he goes into check, see? Oh, wow. And now he's going to take that pawn, regardless, and put me in check. I don't want him to put me in check, so I'm going to go into the corner. He's going to take that pawn, but I still have a chance to maneuver my queen. Oh, now he really... See, I moved my knight here so I can put him up here check. And he'll have to make... I'll lose a bishop and a knight, but maybe win a rook and maybe get some attacking possibilities on the king. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. I'm a piece down, and plus he has this extra strong... Only one move. He has a really extra strong pawn down here. I got to look for ways to attack his king. 44 seconds. I keep looking at the time because I can't take that. I don't know. I got to do something, and I don't want to waste a lot of time. He's got 37 seconds. I don't know. I'm just doing some weird shit here. I can't do that. I'll lose it. I'm just doing this because I don't see where he can attack my king right away, and I want to come down here. He's got 21 seconds. "16 seconds he has. I'm glad that my rook is on. Keep my queen and my king. Oh, he is pinned. That's okay. He's got 8 seconds left. This is a crucial move. He's got 3 seconds left. And he's out of time. Wow, we really pulled that one off. That we're gonna kind of like end there. Really close to breaking 1800. 1791 plus 6, 1797. So I don't know if that was instructive at all, but with a minute and 13 seconds left, we just kind of moved kind of fast. And you see my delta went way, way up there. Um, we'll do the analysis board just to see what that looked like. Request a computer analysis. Be interesting to see how this looks on the stockfish analysis. Oh, I was like losing the whole time. But winning on the clock, because if you look here at the move times, black took like really long on one move. He took 75 seconds on a single move. Who knows why he did that, but it's hard to believe he took that long. Why would he take that long on one move? Sometimes they have to answer the door or something. Like I had to get a pizza today. Every once in a while they get a phone call or something. They're playing, but that was just too long. I think that was how they lost the game. 75 seconds on a single move. So this is all the analysis that you can see. Oh, I was just going to see the move time. That is so weird. It's right there at that. Oh no, but that's a different brown line. That move where he took a long time was on move 22. 22. Oh yeah, it's the same. Let's take a look at that. Was that right here? Yeah, this is move 22. And then he took a long time. And made some mistakes. Okay, well, it was just a question that time, like he was going to win, going to win, going to win, going to win. But never actually won because I just kept, you see how my queen's moving around checking him? I mean, if you're going to lose a game, just try to play defensively. Try not to open yourself up to checks and keep checking his king as much as possible. Get a few tricky mate combinations. This was really hard to hold, but I was holding this back and forth. Oh, I didn't even see that. That was his big problem. Right there, I could have taken his queen. Did you see that? I came down here. He came down there. Okay, let's see how that is. So go back a couple of moves. Okay, so I moved the queen there. He came there. He came there. I could have taken him. And you're not expecting somebody to do a blunder like that. So you're just thinking, oh, I'm in check. Oh, what can I do? And you're not thinking like, oh, just take his queen. You're thinking, well, let me interpose a rook. So that's strong. And, it makes him move. And I could have won the game right there. But I did win the game anyway because I was moving faster than him. And we won. So I hope you enjoyed that game, all those games. And the chat was not so lively tonight as many times, but probably next time you're around and you guys that are watching these on YouTube, stop in for the next broadcast, and you can just I don't have a lot of children here, so you can just throw some shit into that chat, like whatever you want to say, like whatever, like it's kind of like just a release. Just say some ridiculous, idiotic things, and have your 15 minutes of fame right there. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll see you next week for that, or next week. No, we'll see you soon, probably tomorrow or whenever. Be my follower. If you're my follower, you receive a thing in your email. Every time I'm on, it just boom goes to your email, and you know I'm on. You can come and throw your shit in the chat. So talk to you later. See you. Bye bye.